In a universe filled with mysteries and wonders, there are those whose destinies are written in the stars. Today, we embark on a journey through the cosmos, a tale of bravery, friendship, and the boundless spirit of adventure. Join us as we unravel the remarkable story of Sarah, a young explorer known to many as the Pathfinder. From the forgotten corridors of ancient mansions to the farthest reaches of distant galaxies, Sarah's journey has captivated the hearts and minds of adventurers everywhere. Through triumph and tribulation, Sarah and her companions have braved untold dangers, uncovered lost civilizations, and forged unbreakable bonds that defy the boundaries of time and space. But Sarah's journey is far from over. With the universe spread out before her, she stands ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead, armed with courage, compassion, and an unyielding spirit of adventure. So join us as we delve into the epic tale of Sarah, the Pathfinder, a story that reminds us all that the greatest adventures are yet to come. The hidden passage was once just a forgotten corridor in the old mansion on the outskirts of town. Its existence was known only to a few, whispered about in hushed tones as a relic of a bygone era. But for Sarah, a curious young girl with an insatiable thirst for adventure, the hidden passage was more than just a forgotten space. It was the gateway to a world of mystery waiting to be uncovered. Sarah had always been drawn to the old mansion at the edge of town. Its crumbling facade and overgrown gardens spoke of a grandeur long faded, but to her, it held an allure that she couldn't resist. While other children played in the sunshine, Sarah would sneak away to explore the shadows of the mansion, searching for secrets hidden within its walls. One rainy afternoon, as dark clouds gathered overhead, Sarah's curiosity led her deeper into the mansion than ever before. With each step she took, the air grew colder, and the shadows seemed to dance around her, whispering secrets of times long past. It was then that she stumbled upon it, the hidden passage concealed behind a tapestry that hung forgotten in the dimly lit hallway. Heart pounding with excitement, Sarah pushed aside the heavy fabric and stepped into the darkness beyond. The passage was narrow and winding, the walls lined with cobwebs and dust, but Sarah pressed on, her eyes alight with the thrill of discovery. As she ventured deeper into the hidden passage, Sarah's surroundings began to change. The air grew thick with the scent of earth and moss, and faint echoes reverberated through the darkness, beckoning her forward. With each twist and turn, she felt as though she was drawing closer to something ancient and powerful, hidden away for centuries. At last, Sarah emerged into a vast chamber, its walls adorned with strange symbols and intricate carvings. In the center of the room stood a pedestal, upon which rested a small, ornate box. With trembling hands, Sarah reached out and opened the lid, revealing a treasure beyond her wildest dreams, a map rumored to lead to a lost city of untold riches. With the map clutched tightly in her hand, Sarah knew that her adventure was only just beginning. The hidden passage had led her to a discovery that would change her life forever, opening doors to a world of wonder and excitement that she had never imagined possible. And as she stepped back into the sunlight, the echoes of the hidden passage whispered their secrets once more, promising new adventures and untold mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Sarah's heart raced as she exited the mansion, clutching the ancient map. The rain had stopped, leaving the world washed clean and vibrant. She looked down at the map, trying to make sense of the cryptic symbols and unfamiliar landmarks. The map seemed to shimmer in the fading light, its parchment soft and fragile under her fingertips. Determined to decipher the map's secrets, Sarah headed home. She spread the map out on her bedroom floor and began to study it intently. Hours passed as she cross-referenced the symbols with the old books in her father's library. By the time the first light of dawn broke through her window, she had pieced together the map's clues. The map pointed to a dense forest on the outskirts of town, a place shrouded in mystery and local legends. Tales of ghostly apparitions and ancient ruins had kept most people away, But for Sarah, it was the perfect next step in her journey. Packing a small bag with essentials, Sarah set out for the forest. The morning was crisp and cool, the air filled with the scent of pine and damp earth. As she ventured deeper into the woods, the trees seemed to close in around her, their branches forming a canopy that blocked out the sun. Despite the eerie stillness, Sarah felt an exhilarating sense of purpose. The map led her to a hidden grove, its entrance marked by 2 towering oak trees entwined together like ancient sentinels. As she stepped into the grove, the temperature seemed to drop, and a hush fell over the forest. In the center of the grove stood a stone archway, covered in moss and ivy. Carved into the archway were the same strange symbols she had seen in the hidden passage. Sarah approached the archway cautiously, her eyes scanning for any signs of danger. As she crossed the threshold, a low hum filled the air, and the ground beneath her feet seemed to vibrate with energy. She felt a pull, as if the very air was drawing her forward. Beyond the archway, a narrow path wound through the trees, leading to a small clearing. In the clearing stood the remains of an ancient stone structure, its walls crumbling and overgrown with vines. At the center of the ruins was a circular stone altar, its surface etched with the same intricate carvings as the pedestal in a mansion. As she approached the altar, Sarah noticed a small indentation in the center, perfectly shaped to fit the ornate box she had found. With a sense of anticipation, Sarah placed the box into the indentation. As it clicked into place, a bright light burst forth, illuminating the entire clearing. The ground shook, and the air crackled with energy. When the light subsided, Sarah found herself standing before a shimmering portal, its surface rippling like water. Taking a deep breath, Sarah stepped through the portal, emerging into a world unlike any she had ever seen. Towering spires of crystal rose from the ground, casting rainbows of light across the landscape. Lush, alien vegetation stretched out in every direction, and the air was filled with the melodious calls of strange, ethereal creatures. In the distance, Sarah could see the outline of a magnificent city, its streets paved with gold and its buildings adorned with jewels. She knew that this was the lost city the map had promised, a place of untold riches and ancient knowledge. As she made her way towards the city, Sarah felt a sense of awe and wonder. She had uncovered the secrets of the hidden passage and embarked on an adventure beyond her wildest dreams. But she also knew that this was just the beginning. The world before her was full of mysteries waiting to be explored, and she was ready to uncover them all. The path to the city was lined with strange, glowing flora that pulsed with a soft light. Each step Sarah took filled her with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. As she drew closer, the details of the city came into focus, intricately carved stone bridges spanning crystalline rivers, towering spires adorned with iridescent gemstones, and streets bustling with figures cloaked in vibrant robes. Sarah's arrival did not go unnoticed. The inhabitants of the city, with their elongated forms and luminescent eyes, regarded her with curiosity but not hostility. One of them, a tall figure with a crown of leaves and flowers, stepped forward and addressed her in a language she could not understand. Yet, as the words filled the air, they seemed to resonate within her, and their meaning became clear. "Welcome, traveler," the figure said. "You have found the city of Lamaria, the heart of our ancient world. It has been many cycles since an outsider walked among us. You must possess great wisdom and courage to have navigated the path to our realm." Sarah nodded, her eyes wide with wonder. "I found a map," she began, but the figure held up a hand to stop her. "Indeed, the map," the figure said with a knowing smile. "It was meant for one such as you. Come, let us show you our city and share with you the secrets it holds." The citizens of Lamaria led Sarah through the city, showing her marvels beyond her wildest dreams. She saw fountains that flowed with liquid light, gardens where the flowers sang in harmony, and libraries filled with books that whispered their contents to those who opened them. Everywhere she went, she felt a deep sense of magic and history, as if the very stones of the city were alive with stories. As the sun set, casting a golden glow over the city, the figure with the crown of leaves and flowers brought Sarah to a grand hall at the city's center. Inside, a council of elder Lemurians awaited her, their faces serene and wise. "Sarah," the crowned figure said, "you have been chosen by the spirits of this land to undertake a great quest. The map you found was a test of your spirit and determination. Now, you must decide if you are willing to accept the responsibility that comes with your discovery." Sarah felt a surge of determination. "What must I do?" she asked. The eldest of the council spoke, their voice like the rustling of ancient leaves. "Long ago, our world was connected to many others through the passages you have discovered. But these connections were severed by a great calamity. We believe you are the one who can restore the balance and reopen the passages, allowing knowledge and harmony to flow once more between our realms." A sense of purpose filled Sarah's heart. "I accept," she said firmly. "I will do whatever it takes to help." The council members nodded in approval. "Then you must undertake a journey to the four corners of our world," the eldest said. "In each place, you will find a guardian who holds a key to the passages. These keys, when united, will restore the connections between our worlds. But beware, for each guardian will test you in different ways, and not all will be friendly." With the blessings of the Lemurian Council and a provision of supplies and wisdom, Sarah set out on her new quest. The Lemurians provided her with a small crystal amulet that glowed with a gentle, reassuring light, and they explained that it would guide her toward the guardians and help her navigate the challenges ahead. Her first destination was the Forest of Echoes, a place where time itself seemed to waver and bend. The Lemurians warned her that the forest was inhabited by spirits who might be mischievous or malevolent, but also held the first guardian she needed to find. The journey to the Forest of Echoes was long and arduous, but Sarah's determination never wavered. The landscape around her changed from the crystalline beauty of Lemuria to a more mysterious and hauntingly beautiful terrain. The trees in the forest were ancient, their gnarled branches twisting and turning in unnatural ways. As she ventured deeper, whispers and echoes of long-forgotten voices filled the air, playing tricks on her senses. Guided by the glowing amulet, Sarah eventually found herself in a clearing bathed in an otherworldly light. At the center stood a massive tree with a face carved into its trunk, its eyes closed as if in deep sleep. Sarah approached cautiously, sensing that this was the first guardian. With a deep breath, she spoke to the tree. "I am Sarah, a traveler seeking the keys to restore balance and reopen the passages between worlds." The eyes of the tree guardian slowly opened, revealing an ancient wisdom and sadness. "I am Eldrin, the guardian of the Forest of Echoes. To obtain my key, you must pass a test of courage and truth. Are you prepared?" "I am," Sarah replied, standing tall. Eldrin's eyes glowed brighter, and the clearing transformed around them. Sarah found herself standing in a shadowy landscape, faced with visions of her greatest fears and doubts. She saw images of failure, of losing those she loved, and of being alone in her quest. But she also remembered the words of the Lemurian Council and the sense of purpose that had driven her this far. Drawing strength from within, Sarah confronted each vision, speaking words of courage and affirmation. "I am stronger than my fears. I will not be swayed by doubt. I am not alone." As she faced her final fear, the shadowy landscape dissolved, and she was back in the clearing with Eldrin. The tree guardian's eyes shone with approval. "You have shown true courage and a pure heart, Sarah. Take my key and continue your journey." A small, intricately carved wooden key appeared in Sarah's hand. She thanked Eldrin and set off towards her next destination, the Mountains of Whispers. The path to the mountains was steep and treacherous, with jagged rocks and sheer cliffs. The air grew colder and thinner as she ascended, but Sarah pressed on. The amulet's light guided her through the harsh terrain, leading her to a hidden cave at the mountain's peak. Inside the cave, Sarah found herself in the presence of the second guardian, a majestic dragon named Thaler. The dragon's scales shimmered like precious gems, and his eyes held a fiery intelligence. "Welcome, brave traveler," Thaler rumbled. "I am the guardian of the Mountains of Whispers. To earn my key, you must prove your wisdom and resolve. Are you prepared?" Sarah nodded, ready for whatever challenge lay ahead. Thaler breathed a plume of fire that transformed into a series of riddles and puzzles. Sarah's mind raced as she worked through each one, drawing on all her knowledge and the lessons she had learned during her journey. The challenges tested her in ways she had never imagined, but she remained focused and determined. After solving the final riddle, Thaler's eyes glowed with respect. "You have proven your wisdom, Sarah. Take my key and continue your quest." A second key, made of shimmering crystal, appeared in her hand. With 2 keys in her possession, Sarah knew she was halfway to her goal. Her next destination was the Desert of Illusions, where the Guardian was said to be as elusive as a mirage. She traveled through scorching sands and relentless sun, her resolve unwavering despite the harsh conditions. The desert tested her endurance and spirit, but she pressed on, guided by the amulet. In the heart of the desert, Sarah found a mirage-like palace, its walls shimmering in the heat. Inside, she encountered the third guardian, a mysterious figure cloaked in shifting sands named Zara. "To earn my key, you must see through the illusions and find the truth within," Zara said, her voice like the wind whispering through the dunes. Sarah navigated a maze of illusions, her senses constantly deceived by mirages and false paths. She relied on her intuition and the guidance of the amulet, finally reaching the heart of the palace where Zara waited. "You have seen through the illusions and found the truth," Zara said, revealing a golden key. "Take this key and continue your journey." With 3 keys in hand, Sarah's final destination was the Ocean of Dreams. The journey took her across vast waters, where she faced her deepest fears and desires. Guided by the amulet, she reached an underwater city where the final guardian awaited. In a grand hall beneath the sea, Sarah met the last guardian, a wise and ancient merfolk named Althea. "To earn my key, you must show compassion and understanding," Althea said. Sarah's final challenge involved helping the merfolk community, understanding their struggles, and bringing harmony to their world. Through acts of kindness and empathy, Sarah earned the respect and gratitude of the merfolk. "You have shown true compassion and understanding," Althea said, presenting her with the final key, crafted from pearl and coral. "Take this key and complete your quest." With all 4 keys, Sarah returned to Lemuria, where the council awaited her. Placing the keys into the altar in the grand hall, she watched as the passages between worlds began to reopen, connecting Lemuria to countless other realms. The city of Lemuria thrived once more, its people and knowledge flowing freely between worlds. Sarah's journey had not only restored balance, but it also opened a new era of discovery and connection. Sarah stood at the heart of Lemuria, knowing that her adventure was far from over. With the hidden passages reopened, a new world of wonders and mysteries awaited her exploration. And as she looked to the horizon, she felt a sense of excitement and purpose, ready to embrace whatever lay ahead. With the passages between worlds reopened, Lemuria thrived like never before. New visitors and traders arrived daily, bringing with them knowledge, artifacts, and stories from distant lands. Sarah became a celebrated figure known as the Pathfinder, a symbol of unity and exploration. But Sarah knew that her adventure was far from over. The restoration of the passages was just the beginning. She felt a deep yearning to explore the newly accessible realms, driven by the same curiosity and determination that had guided her through the hidden passage in the old mansion. One morning, as she walked through Lemuria's bustling market, a stranger approached her. He was an elderly man with piercing blue eyes and a weathered face, his clothes suggesting he was a traveler from another world. He handed her a small, ornate scroll and whispered, "You are needed once again, Pathfinder." Sarah unrolled the scroll, revealing a map unlike any she had seen before. The map depicted a series of realms connected by glowing lines, but one of the realms was dark and disconnected. At its center was a symbol she recognized from her journey, a symbol of an ancient power, both alluring and dangerous. The old man continued, "This realm, known as the Loria, was once the heart of wisdom and magic, but it has been cut off for centuries. Its people and knowledge are lost to us. The key to unlocking the Loria lies within a hidden sanctuary deep within its borders. You must find the sanctuary and restore the connection." Sarah felt a familiar thrill of excitement mixed with a sense of responsibility. She nodded and thanked the old man, who disappeared into the crowd as mysteriously as he had appeared. Determined to undertake this new quest, Sarah returned to the Lemurian Council to inform them of her mission. The council members, now familiar friends and allies, expressed their support and offered their guidance. Eldrin, the tree guardian, provided Sarah with a seed imbued with the essence of the Forest of Echoes, which would help her navigate the Loria's unknown terrain. Thaler, the dragon, gifted her a shard of crystal that could illuminate even the darkest paths. Zara, the guardian of the Desert of Illusions, gave her a cloak woven from the sands, offering protection against deception. And Althea, the merfolk guardian, presented her with a pearl that could purify any water it touched. Equipped with these gifts and the map, Sarah set off through the newly reopened passages, traveling across vibrant and diverse realms. Each realm offered its own unique challenges and wonders, but Sarah's resolve never wavered. Finally, she reached the border of the Loria. The land was shrouded in mist, and an eerie silence hung in the air. Sarah entered cautiously, her senses alert. The seed from Eldrin guided her through the dense, magical forest, the crystal from Thaler lighting her path. As she ventured deeper, she encountered the remnants of the Loria's ancient civilization. Ruins of grand libraries and towering spires hinted at the realm's former glory. But the land was also haunted by shadows, manifestations of the lost knowledge and forgotten magic that once thrived there. The journey to the hidden sanctuary was fraught with peril. Sarah faced illusions that tested her mind, dark creatures that challenged her courage, and treacherous landscapes that demanded her endurance. But with each challenge, she drew strength from the gifts of the Guardians and the lessons she had learned on her previous quest. At last, Sarah arrived at the sanctuary, a grand structure carved into a mountainside, its entrance guarded by a colossal stone gate. The symbols on the gate matched those on the map, confirming that she had reached her destination. Using the keys and gifts from the Guardians, Sarah unlocked the gate and entered the sanctuary. Inside, she found a massive chamber filled with ancient tomes and artifacts. At the center was a pedestal similar to the one she had found in the hidden passage, but this one held a crystal sphere pulsating with a soft, blue light. Sarah approached the pedestal and placed her hands on the sphere. Immediately, a surge of energy flowed through her, and visions of the Loria's past filled her mind. She saw the realm in its glory days, a beacon of wisdom and magic, and she witnessed the calamity that had severed its connection to the other worlds. Drawing on the power of the sphere, Sarah began the process of restoration. The sphere's light intensified, spreading throughout the sanctuary and beyond. The shadows that haunted the Loria dissipated, replaced by vibrant colors and renewed life. The realm began to heal, its connections to the other worlds slowly re-establishing. As the process completed, the crystal sphere shattered into 1,000 pieces, each piece transforming into a brilliant star that ascended into the sky, symbolizing the rebirth of the Loria. Exhausted but triumphant, Sarah stepped out of the sanctuary. The mists had cleared, revealing a land rejuvenated with life and magic. The people of the Loria emerged from hiding, their faces filled with hope and gratitude. Sarah knew that her quest had not only restored her realm, but had also reignited the spirit of exploration and connection between worlds. As she looked out over the reborn land, she felt a deep sense of fulfillment and anticipation for the adventures that still awaited her. The Pathfinder had once again proven that no realm was beyond reach, no mystery too great, and no adventure too daunting. And with the passages between worlds open and thriving, Sarah knew that her journey was far from over. She was ready to embrace whatever wonders and challenges lay ahead, for she was the Pathfinder, and her quest for discovery would never end. As Sarah stood amidst the rejuvenated realm of the Loria, she felt a sense of profound satisfaction.